Yeah, to be honest, I think it's a good thing it's out. But from our success point of view, I guess it's a bad thing. Because I don't think we ever lost on it when we were playing like with the strat that our genius heavy breakfast figured out. So I don't know, I still think it's a good thing it's gone.
There's a lot of complaints about Gullywash. Like, how does everyone else here feel about Gullywash being replaced?
I think that
Yeah,
I think Sunshine's a terrible map and shouldn't be in the rotation. It's awful in 6v6 as well, so it's going to be even worse in Highlander. Like 5CP maps just get made worse. Gullywash worked. It was like a bit stalematey on last, but it was alright. Like it flowed fairly well, except for last. Sunshine just doesn't flow at all. It's horrible.
Don't know, you just play the maps exactly the same as other 5CP maps. What Sunshine has going for it is it's the classic 3 routes of attack, which Gullywash only really has 2, although I suppose the argument is if you can break through the big door, you can get access in the lobby and get behind them. It's nice to see something different, that's the main thing. I think it's worth a shot. I've played it a few times. It's been interesting to figure out. You haven't really worked out a good strategy on middle, but we just play it like we normally play it, and we have success with it on the map. So I like the new additions this season because they've put some effort into making it work rather than Reservoir, which wasn't even finished. Yeah, does anyone else say anything?
Yeah, at least Reservoir is out now. That's fine. But Gullywash, I don't know. Is it just the 3 roads? Is it the plus? I miss Gullywash and some of our teammates and some people didn't agree with that decision, changing it to Sunshine. But maybe it's good to take something new for this season. 2 new maps, not that bad.
I actually agree with Maito that is it worth the change to from Gullywash to Sunshine? I mean, like I never had any difficulties in Gullywash, and but probably many Highlander teams had since they complained about it. But I've never saw Gullywash as a problem. But then Sunshine, I haven't played it that much, so hardly a formal opinion of that. But it's just that Gully has been there forever, and it's a solid Highlander map, works in 6s and Highlander 2. It's a shame that it got removed.
Yeah, and you know, when some of the best matches we saw last season were being played on that map, so I think it's, you know, I really don't see any reason why you would pick Process over that. Like it just seems to me that it flows so much better than Process does in Highlander. So I think it's a real shame. Although I don't think that Sunshine is as bad as some people make it out to be. I think it's definitely a viable map, but I don't think it should replace Gullywash.
Yeah, Process is pretty stalematy. That 30-minute map and 1 cap, it's nothing new.
Maybe you guys just can't push, maybe?
Yeah, we can't.
Could be that.
Fair enough problems.
I don't know. I think the map's pretty good this season. It's probably the best map pool for a couple of seasons. I'm looking forward to it because we got new maps. We got old maps. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm just glad that it's still got GP and Steel in there because they're unique maps, and it really forces teams to work together a lot more than some of the maps.
I'm just really looking forward to when they get rid of Badwater. I hate that map so much.
I agree completely.
Probably do refreshing it up. Bubble Bobbler wants to talk about the new Barn Blitz because he's been having a go at improving the map with working with the map maker. I don't know what you guys think of the new Barn Blitz. Any opinions on it? Have you seen it?
I think I've played it like once.
I've played it. I had an official on it, and it was good. I thought it was better than old Barn Blitz, much better. I think a few things need to be cleaned up, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But yeah, it was good. That was in the playoff where we had the official on Farmblitz. RC6, I think.
Yeah, it's Pro6 PL _ Barmblitz _ Pro6. It's made only 3 small changes to it, like widening last up on the top area. Some little cute jumps you can do. They changed around some of the position of the health pack in the between second and first. Got rid of the turntable, and they've allowed entrance to the flank on second. So they've done a lot of small little changes, but the map's still being developed, and it will continue to get developed for next season as well, because they're going to make it Pro 7 with a lot of drastic changes. So there might be a point where you will see Barmblitz come into the or it will stay in the map, or maybe Bad Water will go out for something else. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Don't know, CeeJaey, what's next?
Sorry, I'm having issues myself here. My browser's crashing. All sorts is going on. Yeah, I mean, anyone else got anything to talk about the map list, or we can move on to into the games from week 1?
Let's move to the games.
Let's move to the games. So obviously the big one is tomorrow, and that is pretty much what you couldn't really ask for much more from a season opener. It's Highlander versus Chess Club. Scissors, I'll come to you first. How are you feeling about the game? Are you guys up for it? Are you confident?
We've been playing really well, honestly. When we do, I don't think we've lost a single game with our full roster, or full roster, as full as it gets. But the thing is, I'm not sure whether or not Huhi will be here tomorrow. And he's just so fucking good. Like, when we have him, we are like a much better team than we are when we don't have him. So it's like really 50-50. I still think we can win even without him. But the thing is, I'm very confident when we do have him. So yeah, it really depends on us. You never know with Huhi.
Hildreth, what are your feelings? I think you're going to have some mercs as well. There's chances some people won't play.
Yeah, Zoob isn't going to play. He's got to practice, he says, for the grand final, which is on Sunday for Sixers, which is fair enough, because he could win quite a lot of money from that. And it'll be their last team practice before the tournament. So we're going to have a soldier merc. We're not sure who yet. It might be, well, we're hoping it will be Mookie, but he's started to become emo and quit into Steve 2. So it might be somebody like Kermit. Who knows? Who knows who we can get, assuming that Scissors allows him. And also,
Can't deny all mercs.
Yeah, we'll see. Play you 8v9 and we'll still win. We're also
the
not
bet?
gonna have.
Because I'll take it.
We're also not gonna have Kisakata, so probably put Mr. Epic in or something on Scout. So it's not really a roster we practiced with properly. We haven't practiced very much lately, but we still got our core players in the team. We're still also not sure who the heavy's going to be as well. So we're just going to turn up with our roster and just play TF2. That's how we got 2 types of teams that are going to turn up the team that sort of froze the game, like against Premtech, or against Stack, or against Chess Club last season, or the team that will win the game. So it'll be interesting. I don't expect much though. I'm also going to just take a huge bet on against us. I'm going to bet on Chess Club on Saloon.tf, so I can just see if that's allowed. Is there a rule against that?
Well, I'm not sure if Valve is going to come crushing down on you like they did with CSGO players. I'm not sure if the stakes are quite the same.
Oh, wait, it doesn't matter if there's an ETF2L rule, they'll just ban you for anything anyway, so I probably shouldn't do that.
I would say it's immoral. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. I'll go to the rest of our panel to talk. Qnai, ladies first. Who are you predicting to win? Chess Club versus Highlander?
Now when Hildreth announced that you guys are gonna have lots of mercs, it's so hard because Chess Club has been practicing and Chess Club is just so good. So I'm gonna betray Hildreth and say Chess Club is gonna take it. Just prove me
Oh, okay.
wrong.
Maito, High Panda or Chess Club?
Highlander is gonna go for it now.
Oh, okay, 1-1. Yak, I suppose the deciding vote comes to you. High Panda or Chess Club?
I think it'll go 4-2 to Chess Club.
Okay, so I think it'll be close. I mean, depends maybe if who he turns up and they have the Chess Club have their full roster as well. Second map on the list here is Wasp versus Premtech. Maito, how ready are you guys for the season, and are you confident of getting the full 6 points against Wasp?
That's the goal, yeah. And well, even the roster was finished lately here. I think we can take the 6 points totally and can roll them. That's the plan.
That's confidence, I like it. Guys, seeing as everyone was betting for the Russians to finish in the bottom two, does anyone think that Wasp were going to get anything out of the game?
Nope. Tech 6-0.
Who's it against?
Premtech
Premtech.
Premtech versus Wasp.
No,
I think
it's gonna
Premtech
go
is gonna take it,
easy
yeah.
Premtech.
Yeah.
Unless something
obviously.
happens.
Okay, next match also has some Russians. Qnai, I'm going to come to you. Fair enough versus Unpoppable. You guys are ready for the season, and do you think you're going to do what do what Maito thinks he's going to do to Wasp? Do you think you're going to roll Unpoppable?
Actually, hopefully not, because we played against them in UGC and it was kind of one-sided to us, and we were playing with a mixed team. So hopefully they give us a good game, but I kind of have high hope for Fair Enough. So yeah, probably we're gonna take it. Hopefully they will fight against though, because I don't like rolls.
Sorry, I just got distracted by John's
Oh,
webcam
yeah,
whipping out
protester.
the big man-sized tissues there. Right, guys, do you think Qnai and her comrades are going to roll the second Russian team?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all.
I feel bad for asking, considering
But,
everyone said that the only points they were going to get were off each other. So
well,
I mean, who knows?
We PCW'd Wasp, and on the second round they didn't even capture first off us. And Fair Enough looked pretty good, so I don't think Wasp will be a match for them. 6-0.
The last game of the season is perhaps, I don't know, the more interesting one. Yak seemed pretty confident earlier. Yak, stacked versus loads of money. How are you
Yep.
guys? You said you were going to roll them. You said you were going to take it.
Not roll. I think we're going to get 4-2.
Okay. Guys, would you agree with that estimation?
I've actually never played against Yak's team, but I hope that you guys are giving them a good fight. I really can't tell. I haven't played against you, so, and I haven't played against Stack either this season, so I can't tell anything.
I honestly don't believe that's I think Stacked is a very good team. I think they are just, they're just slightly below the level of the very top right now. So I don't believe that they would drop points to any of the new teams, to be completely honest. They have to fuck up pretty badly if that was to happen.
I think it's going to be the most interesting game on Sunday. The two will probably be very one-sided, but it's sort of two unknown quantities. Because stacked, very new roster, lots of good players on paper against a team that's been playing together for a little bit already, new to Prem boys. So I think it'll be the best thing to watch. So you guys definitely should cast it. Just saying, Jon. I honestly don't know which way it's going to go. I favoured stacked because of the experience that their team has, and Hard being such a top spy. We'll see how you guys deal with them, Yak. But I don't know much about your team. That's the difference. So you guys might have one or two wildcards to throw into the mix. I also think a lot depends on the demo man. If Dan's playing and he's on form, then we'll see how you do, Yak, on demo. And your Prem
Fairly sure I can keep up with every single Prem demo, except you, Hildreth. You're too much for me.
Of course. At least we've got an honest guy here. Hey.
And Maito, that's some fighting talk there. Yak thinks he's better than you. But on the topic of the game, do you think who do you think is going to take it between Stacked and lots of Imone?
No idea really. I haven't played at all against those money yet, and then again, well, newcomers may be surprising. I would put my trust in Yak's team now.
Okay.
All I can say is this time last season, Maito, you guys were newcomers, and you were putting up on your ETF2L profile page top 3 finish, and everyone was laughing at you. And obviously you were wrong. You came second, so so anything could really happen with new teams when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Premtech are kind of a team to stand out for the new teams into Prem this season to look at and say, look, they were probably the team of the season for me to go from winning, like not even winning Division 1, to go straight into it and just kind of get into second within a map of winning the top prize. It's good to a good sign for new teams to maybe follow in their footsteps. Next, last thing on the agenda is it says if time go over high a bit. Hildreth, you wrote this up. Do you have anything to talk about high? The lowly high players compared to the elite of Prem.
Well, I wanted to talk about High because there were a lot of good teams in High this season, so I just wanted to give them some time, Although looking at the tables, so there's even been a game. Look at that. It's 2 games, in fact. Some Romanian team has got 6 points. It's amazing. It's amazing, really.
Venovidovici.
Yeah, very Vici and Iceclick. So bad. That's the key to work too. But I wanted to have a look at some of the High teams because there is actually some good teams in there, and we could see them season in Prem if they stick together over the summer. Hepper actually down back in High as well, and they were in Prem last season, so you've got that as well.
I mean, yeah, as someone who's playing in High, I know quite a lot of the teams this season. I think the ones that stand out for me so far, there's a Brotherhood of Defaced Stepmoms, BDSM. They have a lot of players from the previous Chess Junior team, so Scissors may be able to share some insight on this. May know these players. They've got Husky on Heavy, who's really standing out for a lot of people. Surfs is also from Chess Junior, and Toast on Spy. And then they've got players like Nick on Sniper, was finished second in Division 1 on his team last season. They have Fungi on Demo, and Gorston on Pyro, another probably name that people may know of from playing for the English national team. So they want to, like Scissors, how well do you know these guys?
I know the Chess Junior guys really well. All extremely talented players. Like they can all become top Prem at their classes. Within a short amount of time. Like there's really not more to it. They are just really good players. So yeah, I believe that team is very promising too. Although I'm still a bit butthurt that they split up.
They're kind of there in spirit. There's the few of them leading on, and definitely, I mean, having played against them, I can vouch for how annoying Toast is on Spy, and Husky he gets a lot of heals, but he does a lot of work with it. A lot of people were tipping them for actually going to Prem, but they didn't apply for Prem. They wanted to play in High. The same goes for another team, Biggest Dickus. It's got a lot of former Prem players on there. Emilio Estevez, Deox, Elysium, Zen, Pistolvania, T, Musa, Idragzil, lots of names people probably recognize from watching Prem in the past. I actually had a scrim against them earlier. They're very strong. And a lot of people are kind of main classing. Emilio isn't playing Demo Man. He is actually playing Heavy. So I think they're another team that's going to be there or thereabouts for the playoffs. I mean, Deox on Spy, he's a lot of these players could do their trade in Prem.
Yeah, Deox is top player in Elysium. The sniper is like the one sniper I've ever played against that's made me mad. When he used to play
You
for
don't
chess,
say.
he's really good. If he's on form, and him and Deox are just gonna destroy everybody in that division. They got good players all over. This is, in my opinion, a Prem team. They should be in Prem, but Evil told me he didn't want to like go to Prem so early because they felt they would only be in the bottom half of the league. But if you ask me, that roster's as good as any of the. It's definitely better than the bottom two teams, and this is on paper it's got to be better than your guys' roster yak. So they're up there certainly. They're
As
good
far
anybody.
as I know,
I
though,
really wouldn't say that.
I don't know, I haven't played against them though, so that's the difference.
as far as I know, though, they are not
Ah.
taking it extremely seriously, and also their medic is high all the time. So yeah, I don't know if it's possible to play in Prem like that.
Cosmo's on Magic, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, I like their roster. Somebody played against them already?
I played in a mix against them, but I don't think they had finished their team at that point yet. Also, Emilio had like 500 ping, as he tends to do lately. So, I don't know how telling that was.
I mean, I played against them earlier. They seemed quite strong. Our game was quite close. But Elysium really did stand out, to be fair. It is upwards, so it is sniper friendly, but he was just doing a lot of work for them. So he's going to be very difficult to take down. I'm looking at another team here, Lego Lander, which is essentially a Highlander remix of the Lego Sixes team. So it's got Dr. Phil, Beta on it, Josh. Sorix was on the roster. He was removed for not uploading demos, but he's now back on the roster, so I'm not exactly sure how that...
He would have probably uploaded his demo and could put back on the roster, because there's a rule if you upload your demo, then you get unbanned. That's what I'm assuming happened.
Yeah, I believe so. And Sorix was Scout of the Season last season. I think he was the only player outside of the top 3 teams to get an award. But there's people like Bulle and Demo on the team as well. Demo. But I'm not sure how seriously they're taking it. But you can't really discount a team which has got Sorix on it.
That's one of the problems with some of the teams that are in high is on paper you think they're very good teams. Like my favourite one is Where is Kate, which is the best name.
Well, when I heard Cadus was playing Spy, then I don't think they're taking it as seriously. Perhaps I'm not sure.
It could be like the next INSO. You don't know these things. You can't say it right now. But on paper they've got loads of good players. So it looks like a Ren team though. So we'll have to see what they do. I think because they're not taking it seriously, they probably come mid-table.
Next team I'm going to talk about is one that's come out of the blue. I think they should be in Prem. I think they'd be Highlander, honestly. Hildreth, just looking at the strength of the roster. It's He-Man and the Wonders Masters of the Universe. Kind of a gay name. But hey, they won the high bracket of the Experimental Highlander Cup. It has got me on the roster. And there's some names on there as well. And people like Sad Panda. Sad Panda is playing heavy. And there's a lot of players who came from the Nictatorship team that finished second in Division 1. People like Mars, Spade, and Feeling. Obviously, he plays in Prem with C-Play in Sixes. Don't know if you can cast your eye over that, Hildreth, and tell me how awesome / trash we are. Or anybody else for that matter.
Yeah, bottom high. See you in mid next season. That's all I could say. Oh, you've got Seal on the team. Fantastic. You have plenty of good puns in that game. I don't really know too much how you guys are going to do, but the difference between that roster you guys have and teams like Legoland, who Dr. Phil just messaged me and said we're only playing off classes and officials only, and like teams like Where is Kate, who is your team will practice and put a lot of effort into trying to be as best as you can be. So if you're actually doing that in Highlander, you're probably going to come in the top half of the table at least. Do you have any like big players for your team? Like what's your sniper like?
Cloudy played Division 3 last season, and so far I've yet to see him really outclassed by any sniper we've played against, and we've played against we played against Elysium today. Elysium got on the first map. He got 30 kills, and Cloudy was just behind him with 27, and he got more headshots. So he does a lot of work. Obviously, Feeling is a beast on Scout, and Raptor, he's kind of on a high sixes team as well. So our flank is pretty strong. But we've just been playing together quite a lot, and we play BDSM on tomorrow. So that'll be a big kind of test for us, I think. Another team that's kind of caught the eye is Ice Click, who played the Prem playoffs against Unpoppable and lost out. They have Muffins, Suki, Mamba. Yaug has just joined the roster, actually. Looking how long ago, 13 hours ago. So I'm wondering, it's basically a Suki doing work remake team. Does anyone who played against them seasons ago remember STW?
Oh yes, pretty well.
Somewhat.
Their best player was Pidox, and we stole Pidox, and then they died. So now they're back with a new heavy, but they did lose to Unpoppable in the playoffs. So people were telling me that Unpoppable are bad. So I don't know if you can really say how good they're really going to be. They got a lot of the same names from the same team. A lot of the same players, sorry, from the team that they had. They've also got Big Dr. Kaka on the engineer. Shout out to Dr. Kaka. I don't know much about them, do you guys?
We've scrimmed against them, and they won, but my internet went down halfway through, so I didn't know what to take of it. Yeah, but they're much better to play against than Unpoppable. Much better. Like, they give us more of a game. Yeah, because Shadowburn, and apparently they were playing like really bad that day.
They
had Shadow, yeah.
Okay.
And I can imagine most of the players on Ice Click, whilst they're like solid players, they're not like very adaptive to things, and Shadowburn's quite an unusual player.
Yeah, I suppose that could make a lot of sense. But they'll probably be up there then with the rest of them. The other team on there is the Joe and UFC team.
It was actually next on my list, yeah.
What do you think of that team, CeeJaey? Because
they're, all of the heels go on to Joe. They played in Div 2 last season. Our team, we were fairly equal with them. I think we lost our official against them, but during scrims we were fairly even with them. But they have changed a lot of players. They've got a lot of players coming in, and it does look like they've kind of strengthened up quite a bit. But with Joe's still playing demo, they do kind of play strong. I mean, I don't know. I haven't scrimmed them so far this season, so I don't know how they play. I don't know if anyone else has.
we played a team without Joe in the Sunshine in the Experimental Cup, and it was pretty one-sided. So when you've only got one good player, it's quite easy to counter a team like that because you know that who their best player is. You know who to focus in every fight. I mean, they got a few decent players. He's on their team. Like Jack is okay, I suppose, but ultimately it is just Joe carrying a bunch of high players. So that's all it is really. You got a genuinely prem demo man in a team of people much worse than him. So that team's not going to particularly. They'll do okay because they practice, but they're not going to particularly win, I don't think, because all the teams will just focus Joe.
Looking down the table, there's a lot of other teams that, a lot of people saying High is going to be very competitive. There's 24 teams, but there is a cluster of a bunch of teams I think that are going to do quite good. We've got S-Boob, the French team, who've been around for quite a long time. They finished, I think it was second in Div 2 last season. We've got also a couple of TC teams in High as well. Hepper have dropped down to High from playing in Prem. There's obviously the Where is Kado team, which has people like Cadus on it, and Gubbins, and lots of other players who've played Highlander, Thalash. There is Mad, who again, Div 2 team that did fairly well last season. There's the Weeaboo team, Momo Kuyun. They've done fairly well so far in scrims I've seen. I don't know if there's anyone else that stands out for anyone else in here at the moment. Maybe some people who've been quiet for the past few minutes.
The Bureau.
I got no idea what's going on in High.
Same.
I just like it's hard to admit, but I got no idea what's going on in Prem or High.
Need to hang out more, Qnai. Play more
I
games.
know. I haven't been on the IRC channel or pickups or anything. That's why I don't know about the.
Okay, so
newest gossip.
we'll close it up a bit then, and I don't know, any predictions for the top 3 teams in High, the teams that are going to be sort of challenging for the playing in Prem for season 9, perhaps.
IceClick, Bureau, and BDSM.
Who Bureau? Really?
Interesting.
Bureau regularly beat Wasp, and they were our first PCW after not playing for 2 months, and they beat us. They're a strong team. Like, now we beat them, but before they were, like, they're really, really good, and they beat Wasp quite regularly.
Well, they've got Nyack on them, man. Yeah, the 4
their main carry is the sniper. He's really, really good. Like, suspiciously good.
Suspiciously good.
One to watch out for the admins.
I think the top 3 will probably be Biggest Dickus are we in there with who's BDSM, what's the silly name? Brotherhood of the Defaced Stepmoms. I think the other team probably somebody will throw up a surprise. IceClick probably has had a good chance of being in there maybe. I'll go for them. Yeah.
Anyone else want to offer in? Anyone who may know? I'm not going to ask Qnai again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So, no, can you repeat?
I was going to say, do you end top 3 in High, or do you just... No idea.
I got no idea. I've been away a lot, and I recently just came back like a week ago maybe when we played again, when we played with Fair Enough, so everything has just passed me. Maybe I catch up with seasons, I don't know, hopefully. I pay more attention to what's going around me and Fair Enough.
I just want to say at this point we definitely could have got beep, just saying, Jon.
Jon shaking his head. He said there was not enough space for the cameras, or something like that. I don't know. Scissors, do you have any ideas on top 3 in High?
Honestly, not. But I'm gonna go with the teams that my friends play in, which is like BDSM and Biggest Dickus. It will be between them. And I say Biggest Dickus because they have evil.
Yeah, those names keep cropping up. Maito, do you have any options?
No, not really. I don't know anything about the High guys, like Biggest Stickers, BDSM. Everyone has been saying those, but I don't know.
Alright guys, I'm just going to come up to the last thing on the list, which is shoutouts. So I'm just going to go down the list again. Scissors, do you have any shoutouts before we wrap this up?
Yeah, as always, I have a shout out to Evil, once again for being the best and taking care of our servers. And I have a big shout out to my best friend Quintosh. I'm so sorry, my friend. And I also promised to give a shout out to Twink, aka a Hitchhog, who is my best fan. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks. And Maito, do you have any shoutouts to anyone?
Yeah, Premtech, Blackout, and Deadslang people. That's about it.
Alright, cool. Hildreth, do you have any shoutouts?
A lot of shoutouts. Maybe you should do me last.
Okay, we'll move on to Qnai. Do you have any shoutouts before we leave?
Well, naturally, Fair Enough. Especially Carl to my trusted heavy sub, and 10 What Else team in Famous, Sixes team I played in, and then all the stream people who are unfortunate to follow my stream. Then what else? All the Prem people who played last season in Prem. It was a really good season. I enjoyed a lot. But yeah, I can't come up with anyone. It's Hildreth too.
I'm going to come to Yak first. So Hildreth wants to be last. So Yak, do you have any shout-outs?
Shout out to Team in Fame, Sixers team again. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Condog, the biggest waste man in Prem, probably in the whole of ETF2L. Shout out to Jay Chapman, big upcoming Welsh scout. And that's pretty much it. And shout out to my team, of course. I love all of them. Except Condog, the waste man.
Okay, and Hildreth, do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, I was going to plug some things, probably take your job away from you, CeeJaey. I don't know. I'll shout out my team, the admins for the organising the season, doing a good job on the whole. So we're looking forward for this season. I was going to shout out, well, first of all, Saloon.tf, because it's really cool to see it up and running again, and it's going to bring in a lot of extra viewers to the league this season. If they're certainly going to be doing a lot of bets this season, I hope. So big ups to the developer Cherry for getting it live. He asked me to personally shout it out, even though we've mentioned it already. So just head on there. And also, I want to shout out Zoob and Reason Gaming in the grand final on Sunday. They better win if Zoob's going to miss our big game against Chess Club. Just saying, Zoob. And finally, TF2pickup.net /Highlander. I want to start getting that active again. We started to play quite a lot of games. I've been spamming announcements and stuff. So maybe when this stream shuts off, if people aren't going to bed, come and play on TF2pickup.net. I'll join the group as well. I'll invite people to the group. John's going to put the link in on the chat as well for me. But that's TF2pickup.net /Highlander. Yeah, I'm done.
Wow, literally taking my job away from me, Hildreth. Thanks, yeah, just to echo that. TF2pickup.net, big shout out to them. It's great to see Highlander pickups going again. Also Saloon.tf, yeah, great. I mean, it's nice to see it up and running, and hopefully there's going to be lots of bets for lots of the games for Highlander in the coming seasons. And yeah, just shout out to my friends, to my team, He-Man. Hopefully we do well tomorrow night. Hopefully I'm going to be casting tomorrow. It's going to be me, Sigafu, and Jon, 21 CET tomorrow for the first match of the season, and that's going to be Highlander versus Tourette's Chess Club, season 6 winners versus season 7 winners of the Premiership. So hopefully see lots of people there. I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you to everyone who's been watching. Thank you again to Hildreth, Scissors, Yak, Qnai, Maito, and to Jon for coming in today and doing this talk show. It has been a nice couple of hours, and hopefully seeing plenty of people at the cast tomorrow. Good night.
So